What's up, guys, and welcome to Grounded 2. Today, I will be giving you the top 5 tips I have found most useful in surviving the park. And a fair warning before we get this started, the game is not completed. There's a lot that we do not currently have and stuff that we will be seeing in the future. We don't have all the weapons, tools, anything like that, armor sets that we will have in the full release. It'll be about a year before we see this game even comparable to Grounded 1. So, little fair warning if you haven't even bought the game yet, but I have enjoyed everything so far, so let me get into the first tip. Now, the first tip has to do with our lovely buggies here, brand new to Grounded 2, and if you played a few hours of the game, I'm sure you've gotten your own Red Soldier Ant. Now, I don't even have my own Orb Weaver yet, but this tip still applies to them. You'll want to make sure, if you get a little attached, that you're in mild or medium. In woe difficulty, your bugs will die for real. I believe that is when you do not pick them up. So, as long as you revive them, you'll probably be fine, but I would be careful if you get attached easy, and I love this thing already. I'd prefer not to lose it, so I'll stick to medium. Let's move on to number 2. Now, number 2 is something that may seem pretty simple if you played the game for a while, but can be super frustrating if you haven't. Currently, you cannot break everything. The Omni tool and other tools don't allow us to harvest every resource, and the biggest one I've seen cause annoyances for people are the snail shells. You need a tier 3 busting tool. We don't have that. So I would definitely be careful if we're going to be trying to kill snails around our base, because that cell is going to drop and you're not going to be able to get rid of it. Unless, I think you can use some web bouncy things. That's one way you can get about it, and I've seen plenty of people say these can be exploded with orc weevils. But if you don't feel like going through all that, I would just be careful around them, and that's just a PSA. Most resources you can get, but some of the higher tier ones, like I think lint, just cannot be harvested yet as of right now in the game. Give it one or two more updates. I know it's frustrating. It's honestly pretty annoying if it's something like the snail shell, but we'll eventually be able to have them all and be back to our normal grounded programming. Now, let's move on to number 3, and it's probably my favorite one yet. And that starts up number 3, the incoming orc wave. It is something I'd like to tell you guys. You will continually get attacked by orc creatures until you complete the main story. After your first wave, she will just continue sending them. I believe those... Yep, I was about to say, I think those blow up. Well, can't win them all. Yeah. She will continue to send those waves until you beat the main story. I think I said that. After you get the second, I want to call it the auxiliary chip. But after you get them, she will continue to send the waves. Once you complete the main story, from what I've heard, it entirely stops. So, if you don't really want to farm up some kind of decent materials, go ahead, finish up the game. But if you want to wait a couple days, keep farming, go ahead, just leave it up. Don't complete the main story just yet. And let's move on to number 4. Number 4 is Sizzle and Cold damage, and thus Sizzle and Cold protection. Now, Sizzle, if you'll remember, was a pretty big part of Grounded 1, just with the sandbox and all of that. But now we actually have a couple creatures that can deal Sizzle damage, such as the Bombardier Beetle, getting updated to now deal burn with its kind of glob attacks. It's a little odd to have these creatures updated, but I think it kind of increases the fun almost. But Cold is the one you're going to want to be more concerned about. You'll need the Fuzzy Mutt armor if you'll ever want to even think about touching the ice cream cart, and thus retrieving the legendary weapon from inside. But another item you can have is the Scorching Orb. While it doesn't say it here, it actually puts out an aura of heat, and as well as the attacks doing the same. So, a little things like that, they can really help you, as well as both of them, at least being hot, has its own recipe for a smoothie, which can give you even more cold protection. And I think that's all I want to say for that one. Let's move on to number 5. Number 5 is more of a PSA than a tip, but it is very, very important. This is a new early access game that's only gotten like one minor update. So save often, please. I do not want to see more people lose saves. I've already lost one or two just from crashing. Thankfully, if you set your autosave frequency to around 5 to 10 minutes, you'll hopefully not lose too much. But I've also seen a lot of issues with people just losing weapons. Some of the special weapons that are one of a kind, I don't believe you can dupe, and I'm not even sure if duping's in the game right now, cannot be replicated once you've lost them, so you will have to backtrack a big save. Hopefully this does not happen to anyone, but this is once again my PSA. Please save often. This is a new game. We don't know how many issues can arise or have arisen for a lot of people. So I really, really beg you, save often after you've done anything major. Even just 5-10 minutes of progress is always frustrating to be reset. Now, if you did enjoy, please leave a like, consider subscribing to the channel. Our goal is 500, and that will be a big overhaul of the channel itself because it shows you guys are interested in my content, and this could possibly be something I could do, on the side for not just fun, but, a little bit of money I can always put back into the channel, back into the content for you guys, always making it better. I try my hardest. I hope you did enjoy these tips. If you have any more of your own, leave them down in the comment section below what you thought of this video. And you know what? If we get enough good tips, I'll make a second one, and you will be credited in every single one. So if you leave me a tip and I use it, I will credit your little username at the bottom as well, along with the title of the number. So yeah, I love including you guys in videos as much as I can. But with that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.